So picture this. Two people want to buy the same exact house. It's the same price, and they both have the same down payment saved up. They even work the same job. But one of them gets approved for a 6% interest rate, and the other one doesn't. The difference between them isn't their income, and it isn't luck. It's a 3-digit number most people don't check until it's too late. So today, we're breaking down exactly what credit score you actually need to buy a home, and the specific number where things actually start to change in your favor. Meet Maya. She's been saving for 3 years. She has a stable job, and finally enough for a down payment. She assumes that since she's never missed a bill, she's in great shape. Now meet Josh. He has the same savings, the same income, and the same goal. The only difference is this. Josh has a couple of old late payments from years ago, and he's using most of the credit available to him on his cards. Both of them walk into a bank the same day and apply for a mortgage. Maya gets approved at a rate of about 6.1%. Josh gets approved too, but at 8.4%. And on a $350,000 loan, that difference alone adds up to more than $180 a month. And over 30 years, well over $60,000 extra in interest for the same exact house. So what separated Maya and Josh? It's their credit score, a number between 300 and 850 that lenders use to estimate how risky it is to loan you money. The higher the number, the more trustworthy you look on paper, and the better the terms you get offered. Here's roughly how the zones break down. Below 580 is considered poor. Very few conventional lenders will approve you at all. 580 to 610 is the minimum range for certain government-backed loans, but you'll pay a premium for it. 620 is the general baseline most conventional lenders want to even consider you at. 680 to 739 is good. You start unlocking noticeably better rates, and 740 and above is where you get access to the best rates available. So technically, the honest answer to what score do you need to buy a house is this. It depends on the loan type, but if you want a real, useful number to aim for, 620 is usually the minimum to be taken seriously by most lenders, and 740 is where the doors really start opening. So your score isn't random. It's built from 5 main ingredients. The biggest one is worth about 35%, and that's your payment history. Do you pay on time? The second biggest is worth about 30%, and that's the amount you owe. Specifically, how much of your available credit you're actually using. The rest is made up of how long you've had credit, how much new credit you've recently opened, and a mix of other credit types you have. This is exactly where Josh loses points. He wasn't missing payments anymore, but he was using close to 80% of his available credit limit every month. Lenders read that as a warning sign, even if you always pay it off eventually. The number that matters here is called credit utilization ratio. If you have a $10,000 total credit limit and you're carrying an $8,000 balance, your utilization is 80%. Most guidance says to stay under 30%, and if you really want to optimize your score, under 10% is even better. His old late payments hurt too, but here's some good news. Late payments matter less the older they get, and most negative marks fall off your report entirely after 7 years. So what can you actually do if you're planning to buy a house in the next year or two? Here are the moves that make the biggest difference in order of impact. First, pay down credit card balances before applying, not after. This is the single fastest lever most people can pull. Utilization updates as soon as your new balance is reported, and that's often within a single billing cycle. 2. Set up autopay for at least the minimum on every account. One 30-day late payment can hurt your score more than anything else on this list. 3. Avoid opening a new credit account in the 6 months before you apply for a mortgage. Every new application creates a small but temporary dip, and lenders like to see stability, not sudden activity. 4. Check your actual credit report, not just an app's estimated score, and check it for errors. Incorrect late payments or accounts that aren't yours are more common than you think, and disputing them can raise your score without you having to do anything else. And 5th, don't close your oldest credit card, even if you don't use it that much. Length of credit history matters, and closing an old account can actually shorten your average history and hurt your score. Maya's habits, before she even thought about buying a house, such as low balances, on-time payments, an old credit card she never closed, are exactly why she walked into the bank already prepared. Josh's story doesn't end badly either. 6 months after paying down his balances, he refinanced into a meaningful, better rate. The score isn't fixed. It's a reflection of your last several months of habits, which means it's one of the few financial numbers you actually have real, direct control over. So if you want the next video breaking down whether you should pay off debt or invest first, the question almost everyone asks right after this one, subscribe, because that's exactly what we're covering next.